I think there are quite a few lessons that we can learn from it. First of all, let me just ask you, it almost seems like, you make the best of all the things that you're almost at disadvantage. One of them is that you really didn't have independence. You were always occupied by other countries. So that means that must have really built or developed the need, very key need among the people to be independent. So we need to be independent. And how can we be independent? There are several things. But if you have never had that kind of experience, you may not appreciate the value of independence. That's one. And the second thing is that it seems like the timing is perfect in a way that, in 1990, right? Mm-hmm. And that was just about the time the IT and technology has really started diffusing. And you can make the best of it. That doesn't mean that every other country, which may have faced the same thing, may have taken that choice. But I think that's very, very almost fortunate. And the third thing is that the small population, you have to, you have to do something. And I was just thinking about, demographics. We knew that Japan is going to be aging from a long time ago. Demographics is something that you can tell, over the long period of time. It doesn't happen in a day or, a year. So everybody knew that we are aging, and it takes time to increase the birth rate anyway. It's not going to take, it's not going to happen in 1 year or 2 years. So even though the Prime Minister and the government has really promoted to increase the birth rate, it's not going to happen until like 2 decades from now on. So you have to do something about aging or the declining working population, so forth. But it seems like there's a very good combination of things. IT being just about to at the starting point in 1990. At the same time, you have a small population, and I guess my question would be, what if? And I agree that you have done a lot of things such as e-residency to help this issue of low population. But what would you do? What's next? What's the next step for Estonia? In terms of population, in terms of technology, because everybody else is sort of catching up in a way. And at the same time, I was just thinking about China. China is doing a lot of things, spending a lot of money on investment and R&D, and they have this incredible number of people. So their data is just enormous. So whenever something like that happens, how do you react? Or do you respond, or do you try to do something about it? Or I can almost see that you might become so sort of insular in a way.
Yes, and what's next is, of course, the survival and sustainability. And this is my personal opinion. I think Estonia tried to be an salt and pepper for you. Yeah, because if you, when you cook without salt and pepper, what's going to happen? So we cannot say, we may not be able to create entire meat and vegetable and lots of food. However, we can create nice salt and pepper. Then, if you add it, then you can enjoy very delicious food. So that is called the innovation. So, and that's why, so even at the government side, I'm hired by the two organizations at this moment my salary coming from Ministry of Ministry of Economic Affairs and Communications, and then assigned to the embassy so that I've been monitored by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And they're closely working together. At the same time, and the Ministry of Culture and the Ministry of Education also working together, and I'm representing too. So what education tried to do is creating very innovative people, and the Ministry of Culture tried to do is what they try to do is very funky things, funky, crazy kind of art, because they try to be different from the rest of the world. So they want to be called, hey, Estonians are so good, but so crazy, but it's so good kind of thing. I've never seen such kind of things. Then that will create edge for us. So that is also this kind of things, and especially the Skype, for example. Estonians are very good at technology, but at sales. So that the Skype is what mostly the other countries' product. But Skype's engine was created by Estonians. That's my Skype, and as a result, and success with Skype is just a paper mafia. So Skype mafia could spread around and creating all kinds of startups. Then that is the thing we try to do it, and then increasing our own economy, but also contribute to the EU and the world.
Who has an e-residency?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about it. Why did you decide to have an e-residency in Estonia?
You mean why like I did?
Yeah.
I want to be an entrepreneur in Estonia.
I see. So that's why?
Yes.
You've been there, right?
No.
You
next
haven't?
week.
I see, okay. And if you have, because Estonia is a member of EU, if you have an e-residency, you can go anywhere in EU. Because of the size of the population in the area, I was wondering if we try to apply what Estonia did to Japan, we may be able to focus on one area, such as Kyushu or wherever, and try to do a lot of things that Estonia has done in the sense of, introducing the residency, everything. I don't know about marriage and divorce, but is it possible, or is it something that we cannot do? We tend to do a lot of pilots, right? If we try to do something, and I think Sandbox is the same idea, so to speak.
I believe we can do, but it's up to you, the taxpayer, and also our voter, because it's up to how to use your right to vote and to choose politicians. So the certain cities mayors try to do similar things in Estonia.
I see.
Yeah.
But there haven't been any successful cases yet.
Yes, I have to choose the word very carefully at this moment, and it's a kind of conflict or the rivalry between the national government and also regional government.
Right,
so
right.
egg first, and chicken first kind of situation.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. Well, we'll see. Okay. Any questions?
One of the key factors is Estonia wants to be independent, but the same things happen to other three Baltic countries.
Yeah.
So what is the key factor?
Yeah. What's so unique about Estonia, right? Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for asking that question. Yes. I have a connection with Estonia for, say, last 5+ years starting. Let's say, making real friends, kind of thing. But actually, I have a long-time friend in Lithuania, 1993. It's eating same food in the dormitory. So according to my friend, he came from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, actually, and Lithuania had covered by a strange radio wave emitted from Soviet Union, so that not to receive anything from Western world. So what they did was, over the weekend, Sunday, they had a barbecue on the top of the hill. So bring the shortwave radio, and then listen to the Western music and the Western news, and then enjoy barbecue. That's the only way to get Western information. That is Lithuania. And that is before 1991 kind of things. But Estonia and Tallinn, as I explained, so Tallinn side, it's not covered by strange radio wave emitted by Soviet Union, because Tallinn is so close to Helsinki and the capital of Finland. Distance is between Shinjuku and Odawara by Odakyu line. So that's why intentionally Soviet Union stopped it. Then those who live in Tallinn actually can listen and enjoy all things. So that westernized from the beginning. And also to propaganda side, I think it's the Soviet side, so that they have to put top-notch IT technology in Tallinn to make them believe the Soviet Union is better. That's why so IT genius is kind of gathered in the Tallinn area. So that creates this more like an interesting IT cluster. So actually, it's the doctor that Ishikura's amount of expertise. So that is one of the secrets.
Yeah, I did this Estonian news, and I remember, and I also remember that they had either the prime minister or one of the leaders, political leaders, visiting Harvard, and we had a video, and he was saying that those who were in Estonia, even though before 1900, they were able to see what's available in Helsinki. And I said, well, we don't have any food, any goods at the supermarket. Let's take a look at that. They have everything. They have so many things, and they can see it. And that really affects how people see the whole thing. And the West is like, wow, why not? So that was a very strong factor, I hear. Okay, let's ask you to work. And in each one of the groups, let's divide them into several. One group should work on how to make sure that the people here become familiar with what Estonia can offer. Because I think we have a lot of things that we can learn from the case of Estonia. So what exactly would you do to let people here to know a little bit more about Estonia? Any ideas would be fine. So, some people may say, well, we'll do this event, or we'll do Estonia Olympics, or something like that. But anything will do. Because I don't think it is that well known, and particularly the core parts of independence and all sorts of things. I think the very small things which made a big difference are not known. So I want at least probably 2-3 groups to work on that. And another topic would be, if you want to apply what Estonia has done so far, what would you do? And I gave you one possible example, that is try to do it in certain areas of Japan. But where would you start if you try to apply some of the things that Estonia has done so successfully to Japan? Do you start at school, or do you start at one region? Do you start at one city? Or where would you start? So how would you make sure that we go sort of fast forward to Reiwa? Where would you start? What would be the best place or best way to get something going? Let's work on that for about 20 minutes or so, and you can call Suhara-san or Ueno-san, who does have a residency. Ueno-san has visited Estonia so many times when nobody was talking about Estonia. So that's how I got interested in that.
But we have very good idea to promote our Estonia. Japanese students love gaming. So among Japanese students, they can imagine how high level of esports in Estonia, and it's a very good entrance to get to know about Estonia.
Is esports quite popular in Estonia?
Oh, of course, it's among young kids.
Yeah. What type of esports are very popular? Do you have any particular ones? Or
Fighting and also the rally, and I just talked about the rally. And, Toyota Rally team, the official #1 driver in Estonia, in Dominica.
oh, I see.
And the side of Japan, like we have the V2 kind of VR technology is our represents of Japanese technology.
Yeah.
So that's why we combine that and then making the VTuber and promoting like those kind of Estonian culture and Estonian technology. Like we spread the information about the Estonia via the VTube.
Okay, so we'll select the VTuber and try to combine the virtual reality, which Japan is quite strong at, and the VTuber, beautiful, pretty girls, and capitalize on IT. That's great.
So please visit vrestonia.ee. So we have actually the VR promotion. Everything is technically VR, visiting in Estonia, and also University of Technology of University of Technology, and also University of Tartu. They have all VR visiting this kind of thing.
Okay, other ideas to promote Estonia?
So in general, what we discussed is I think we need to start small. Because it's really hard to engage everyone. So it should be like small enough, but not big enough. And what some cities we think of was is 2 cities. One is Fukushima, because I think in order to engage everyone, they need some. They may have some sense of emergency. So Fukushima may be a good start because I think it's good. I mean, see, it's a PR professional. So I mean, from PR perspective, it's a great way to PR Fukushima.
Yeah.
And also the other city we think of is Okinawa, because I think they may want to catch up with some Honshu. And from an economic perspective, they may have some sense of emergency.
Well, Fukushima and Okinawa, I think, are very good examples. Fukushima has a lot of need to promote itself, and they can be known for something other than earthquake and also some things. I think that'll be good. And Okinawa is good because it's sort of self-sufficient. I mean, it's an island, so it may be easier to work on that. Okay, that's a great idea. Excellent.